Hello, everyone. So I wanted to chat for a little bit today about aging. I am not the aging homosexual, but I am one aging homosexual. And depending on your perspective, there's either nothing better or nothing worse than an old queen. So I wanted to just give a few observations that I'm noticing as I'm getting older. Now, I'm gonna, you know, keep in mind here being probably a little dramatic because I'm 36. 36 is not even midlife for some folks, by their perspective. But I can remember being 18 and thinking someone in their early 20s was too old for me to date. So, well, to be fair, I know guys now that are about my age, if not older, that think 22 is too old to date. But some of them have to register, I think, or they will shortly. So, at any rate, brought this up to Mark. He didn't really want to talk about aging. I don't know why. We're kind of intergenerational. Mark's 10 years older than me? 12 years? 13? I don't know. He's older than I am. Mark's about 10 years, at least 10 years older than I am. So when I was thinking about talking about aging, I thought, well, I have been mature for my age since I was a very young child, of course. And that's something actually I did used to get a lot. People would say, oh, you're so mature for your age. And they said that till I was about 23. And then that shit stopped. And then I drank for about 7 or 8 years and then stopped that. And now no one says I'm too mature for anything, really. So, but that's behavior. I want to talk about some of the finer points like appearance, the ones that people get hung up on. Or that I certainly got hung up on. And I think the first thing of aging that kicked into my life, and this had nothing to do with me being, a friend of Dorothy or whatnot, was that my hair started falling out. My hair started falling out when I was like 18 years old. And that was not 17 probably. I think I was at the end of high school. And I started to have gray come in on the side when I was 17. Now, at the end of high school, I was doing some eating disorder stuff, so I wasn't exactly well nourished. And then compound that with the fact that I was dyeing the crap out of my hair because I was playing Rolf in The Sound of Music. So I was the Nazi messenger boy. And my hair is naturally almost black. So bleaching it went from brown to bronze to copper to copper to copper to copper because I didn't know the difference between bleach and this and that. And I wasn't even gay yet, or was I? So, and then I had blue contacts and these giant Frida Kahlo eyebrows that I have. I looked special. My passport photo, I have that coloring with the blonde and the blue eyes. It looked ridiculous. So that was my first encounter with getting old. It was all kind of dichotomous though going at the same time because there was a couple other things that were going on. I also had braces at the same time. I had braces very late in life for the folks that I was in school with. I mean, now I know kids who are 11 who have braces, but I didn't get mine off till I was 19. And so I had this, receding-ish hairline, braces. I was thin, a bit of a baby face, but I had sagging skin because I had lost a bunch of weight because I'd been heavier. So I kind of felt older. I don't know. And I always kind of found myself attracted to older men, generally. There was only 1 or 2 people that I would consider to me that were special, that were younger than me or around the same age. Most of them were older. And I didn't particularly like older looking men. I just kind of liked the way they carried themselves, the way they acted, the stuff they cared to talk about. I did not make for a good twink. I didn't play too well with the other boys. I could dress the part at the time. Granted, it was a lot of nair. It was a lot of, hair removal and bleaching my teeth, putting white strips on over braces. I don't know. I just really wanted to look cute. And I never felt cute, so I really wanted to whore it out once I got there. So, balding, braces, tongue ring. So I was quite the spectacle at 19. It's a wonder no one snatched me up. And then all of a sudden I started getting into college, and then I had finished college, and the relationships were whatever. But how I was getting in my own skin and being in my own body started to feel really strange. All of a sudden I would go to push my hair back and it'd be further back and further back. And then one time I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror from behind. I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, how long's that been going on? That no one told me about. So that freaked me out. Another weird one on the topic of male grooming. For every hair that fell off my head, it seems like another one either grew on my neck or on my shoulder. At this, there's probably a couple different types of gay male couples, probably more than a couple, but, there's the ones who rub oil on each other's backs on the beach, and then there's the ones that stand in poorly lit bathrooms and shave each other's shoulders. That's a certain level of age. I think that's more my direction right there. All of a sudden I started to have other stuff creep in from this way and that way. I was like, since my chest, I have chest hair, but it was creeping further. It was like it was gonna breach my collarbone going this direction, and then all of a sudden I would have like a stray hair. I just getting older. Weird stuff. Now skincare wasn't too bad. I don't really use skincare products so much. Let's do a sidebar. Any bit of me that looks old, bear in mind also, I smoke. I've smoked since I was 16. I drank hard for years. I was a daily drinker. I, was probably having like a fifth of vodka a day on average days, So, I mean, there's been a lot of wear and tear that's gone on my body. I've starved myself before. I used to make it a habit of eating and throwing up. So there's a lot of different ends of your body that get damaged from that kind of stuff. So I may have taken on more than my fair share, and if I'm aging prematurely, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. But, so that's the sidebar. I've contributed a bit to this stuff going on. So, yeah, I don't know. I got frumpier. I just got really frumpier, and I guess that's on me, and that's probably my own decisions that I made not to, continue with a regular gym membership or to get waxed, or to get Rogaine. I mean, I'll tell you this, I've used Rogaine. It works in the back a little bit. It doesn't do anything in the front or on the top. It doesn't matter if it's the foam or the serum or whatever. I had an ex who was on Propecia, and he was like 19, and I remember thinking, oh, you poor man, to be bald so young. So it goes. I don't know. I guess my idea of old now is very different than my idea of old when I was like a twink. I used to think that, nothing sadder than an old queen, sitting at the end of the bar, drinking a Heineken on ice, or a grasshopper, God, by himself and, trying to catch the eye of younger people. And I thought, oh, how sad. And now I think he's probably more fun to talk to, because I don't want to talk to a bunch of people who are all staring at their phones the whole time. But like I said, I always was attracted to older, but my idea of old never included me. Like, there was never room for me to age. I was just going to stay young and then die. And it was looking that way for a while. I wasn't going to die cute and young. I was going to die all puffy. But I didn't think I'd be getting old. I didn't think I would start to look old. All of a sudden, especially after this weight loss journey, I look in the mirror, and boy, when you're fat, it hides so many wrinkles. And the weight came off, and I smile now, and it's like, oh my God. It's not. These have always been there. These permanent creases are just never going to go away. They don't really keep me up at night. That's from years of raising my eyebrows at dumb shit. And so I've earned them. I also have these. The brow furrow, that's very prominent too. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I'd get old. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't think I'd get old. Or I didn't think I'd start to look old. And I start to look at my father now, or my brother, and I think I'm looking a little more like them. And I always look more like my mom, and my mom was looking more like my grandmother, and, Mark's had a rough few years. We were looking at some old pictures, and we'll put them on Instagram sometimes, like Throwback Thursday. I think he posted one today from like 4 or 5 years ago. And time is just, time and illness, really puts a toll on people. He seems like he's aged 10 years in the last 3, and I feel like I've aged about 50 in the last 36. So, I don't know. Why can't I be one of those, like, hip silver daddy older guys? Like an Anderson Cooper. I used to think Anderson Cooper looked old. I'd kill to have Anderson Cooper's hairline right now. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. He's got great hair. It's white. I'd color it. I hate white hair. Gray is fine, but white, there's something a little ill about it. I don't know, like saw Ghost or Virgin Mary, something like that. I don't know. So, I don't know. That's all I got. I'm gonna have my pudding. I'm gonna drag my faggoty old ass to bed. I think that's what we're gonna do. Take a nap. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Get the alerts too. Once you subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you feel so inclined. Follow me and Mark on Smokey Steve and Mark on Instagram. And I will catch up with y'all soon. Stay young. Bye.